Hagerhoff takes it right at Jarman, and Nick says, not in my paint. Corner Smith for three. Yes, Aaron Smith hits the three.
Rich Rebel basketball is on.
After another 20-win season and a 10th consecutive appearance in the semifinals, the Rebels have their sights set on getting back to the championship game for what would be the third time in 4 years.
Reagan gets it back, fires underneath, pretty pass. Porter Weston with the finish.
Coach Ashley Brown leads the Rebels back onto the hardwood.
Clark with the offensive board. His putback, front of the rim, drops over the top and in.
And with two of last year's top scorers returning, the Rebels are ready to run.
3-2, Jordan Cook in the lane. One floats it up and in at the buzzer, Jordan Cook.
MyLocalRadio.com presents Rich Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 Rebel Radio with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com.
Outside right wing, Cameron Calder from downtown, he hits.
Rich High School Hoops is brought to you by
the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Rich works it around and finds Jarman inside. Perfect pass from Osler. Easy finish by Nick Jarman. Nick has 15 points. 12 rebounds, 5 blocks.
And now, Rebel Round Ball fans.
Left wing, Trineri for three. Yes, Case and Trineri from downtown.
Tie up the horses and turn up the volume as we head courtside to join the voice of the Rich Rebels, Ryan Steineckert.
Anderson, left wing, fakes the three, drives in, puts it up off the glass and in. Good afternoon and welcome to Duchesne High School and Rebel pregame show presented by Gary H. Tusher, CPA, for all your accounting needs. Call 208-847-2601. Today is the opening day of the 2017-18 basketball season as the Rebels hit the hardwood for a battle with the Providence Hall Patriots. Tip-off is set for 5:30, and in the meantime, we have your pregame show brought to you by Gary H. Tusher. Coming up, we got the scene set when we return on Rich High Basketball and the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified public accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
When you need to hire a semi, Sabey Trucking in Woodruff, Utah is the place to call. Scott and Diana Sabey have been serving customers across the nation since 2007. It's important to know that your loads are being handled professionally by honest, reliable drivers. The team at Sabey Trucking reminds you, safety first. Don't text and drive. For all your long haul and short haul needs, get it there safely and on time. Call today, Sabey Trucking, 435-503-0454.
Welcome back to the pregame show brought to you by Gary H. Tusher, CPA, for all your accounting needs. Looking ahead to today's matchup on the scene set. If you're tuned in online at MyLocalRadio.com, the Tabiona Tigers taking on the 2A Waterford Ravens, and Tabby up 47-21 heading into the fourth quarter. Tigers looking good. They got a couple of, I don't know if you call them transfers, a couple kids that play baseball for Tabiona have in the past gone to Duchesne High School since Duchesne didn't have baseball, but now with Duchesne moving up to 2A, the decision had to be made. Do I play baseball at Duchesne or continue to play at Tabby and then just move over there? One of those, Dakota Young, you see right there, number 1 on your screen at MyLocalRadio.com. He's one guy that's been an immediate contributor for the Tabiona Tigers, decided to stay and play baseball and just stay at Tabiona High School. So Tabby looking good so far, leading 47-21 over Waterford as the fourth quarter has just begun. Let's take a look at your scene set. Rich Rebels versus the Providence Hall Patriots. Rich last year finished the season third place, a loss to Valley in overtime in the semifinals. Valley went on to lose pretty badly to Penguich in the championship game. Penguich with the state title. Rebels in the third and fourth place game, a solid win over Bryce Valley, 51-36. Rebels finished 20-8 after losing just twice in the Region 17 and taking second place into the state tournament. So the Rebels Another 20-win season, another appearance in the semifinals. I believe that was 10 appearances in a row in the semifinal game. And Rich looking to get back there again this year, maybe a little bit further. We'll have to see how things go. Things start out tough against a team, Providence Hall, that's up in the 3A classification this year. Providence Hall, Region 14. They've been 2A the last 2 years. Started the program in 2014-15. They were a provisional school. Went 15-6 that year, and then 2 years ago, 10-12, lost to Emory in the first round. Last year, 14-10 overall, and lost to South Sevier in the first round of the state playoffs. So Providence Hall coming in just their third season of actually competing in UHSAA sports. And they'll be in Region 14 in 3A. They'll take on Juab, Union, and other teams in their region. It'll be a tough, solid region for Providence Hall. Now, last time these teams met, Rich and Providence Hall, was 1 year ago on December 2nd, opening day of the 2016-17 season. And in that game, the Rebels started off well. They led 23-13 at the end of the first quarter, but then a 24-point second quarter for Providence Hall put the Patriots on top, and they never looked back, scoring 81 points in the game. Tannen Peterson, who was a senior last year, led the way with 25 points. Parker Green, who was then a sophomore, had 20, and junior Boston Douglas had 16. Now, Douglas will be back. It's his senior year. Parker Green is back as a junior, but he's injured, separated his shoulder in practice just a couple of days ago, so he'll not play tonight. Preston Brinkerhoff contributed. Marcus Sherwood, big 6'5", sophomore last year, had 12 points against the Rebels. He's a junior this year. And Coach Pugmire looking for big things out of Sherwood and Douglas. Of course, the guard line is going to be tough. The Patriots last year lit the Rebels up from outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least 10 three-pointers in that ball game for Providence Hall. Now, Rich scored a lot of points in the game as well. 70, went 8 of 9 from the free throw line, so they shot the ball well, but just didn't get the perimeter defense that they needed to in order to win that game. And that's going to be one of your keys of the game, brought to you by Rich County, coming up here in just a little bit on our pregame show. Looking back at the matchups between these two teams, I've mentioned that Providence Hall is just in their third year of actually competing under the UHSAA umbrella. So Rich and Providence Hall have met just once. Again, an 81-70 win for the Patriots 1 year ago here at Duchesne High School. Now, Providence Hall comes in a little bit banged up. They've got one of their would-be starting guards is sick. Another one, as I mentioned, Parker Green, dislocated his shoulder, so a couple of guys not starting. But it's still going to be a very good team, coached by a guy who knows the Rebels well, Blake Pugmire, who played for Ashley Brown when he was in high school and is very familiar with the coaches, with the offensive and defensive schemes that the Rebels have. And so that'll be interesting to see how things go again tonight here at Duchesne. That's your scene set here on KADQ. We're about 25 minutes away from your opening tip, and that's between the Rebels and the Patriots of Providence Hall, 3A Patriots. Gary H. Tuscher CPA pregame show continues after the break with our standout student. That's coming up on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3. We've got live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
When you're buying and selling real estate, you want to work with an agent that knows the area and understands property values. You want to work with an agent that listens to what you're looking for and knows how to find it for you. And it's important to know all of your options. That's why it's smart to work with the best. Gary McKee and the agents at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah, helping folks buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you're working with the best. Visit bearlakerealty.com today.
Welcome back to Duchesne. Tabby leads Waterford 49-23 at the free throw line right now. Is I gotta check his first name real quickly for you. It's Kyle Mika. Now, if the name Mika sounds familiar, it should. You may be familiar with Eric Mika, center for the BYU Cougars last year, one of the Lone Peak 3 that went on to Mika entered the draft, went undrafted. I believe he's playing overseas right now. Anyway, Kyle Mika on the court, 0-0, big guy for Waterford there in the center of the field, of the floor. Little brother of Eric Mika. He focuses on lacrosse, but still a formidable basketball player, and he plays for Waterford, who's losing to Tabiona right now, 49-24. We're back on the Gary H. Tuscher CPA pregame show. Gary H. Tuscher, CPA for all your accounting needs in Montpelier, Idaho, 208-847-2601. That's 208-847-2601. for Gary H. Tuscher. Let's move ahead in our pregame show. It's time for the standout student, and today we're talking with Lindsey Barker, member of the Rich Rebel cheer team. We'll be back to talk with Lindsey right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Rolene Kennedy of Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is your Rich County representative. The mother of 5 Rich High graduates and grandmother of 3 more graduates in the making, Rolene is here for you. She's a recipient of GM's highest salesman honor, the Mark of Excellence Award winner, meaning she provides you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, your Rich County representative.
Go Rebels!
When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Maggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Welcome back to the Gary H. Tuscher Game Show. Rebels battle the Providence Hall Patriots to tip off the 2017-18 season. Just about underway. We're about 20 minutes away from tip-off time. But first, we visit with our standout student here on the pregame show.
Ryan Steineckert with Lindsey Barker, Jr., member of the Rich cheer team at Rich High School. Lindsey, thanks for your time.
Yep, anytime.
How's the cheer going this year?
It's been going really good. It's been a lot of fun.
What's been so good?
We've been like tumbling more than we have in the past, and our dances have been coming along really good. It's just been really good all around.
I know I've asked you this before, but what got you into being a cheerleader in the first place?
When I was little, I really just wanted to be a cheerleader, and so I just did it when I got in high school, and I've been loving it.
What do you love about it?
Just everything. I love the girls and the energy and cheering on the sidelines because I got like the best spot to watch the game, so it's pretty good.
Good spot to watch, and you get the crowd involved. Is there a sport that you love cheering for the most? I mean, it's kind of different. Football, you're outside. Volleyball, basketball, different situations.
I kind of like cheering at all of them just because they're all so different and they're all fun and they all have their own perks to them. So probably, I don't know, all of them.
Lindsey, the cheer squad recently expanded, right, with the new trimester, the new season, right? Who did you add?
We added Mackenzie, Weston, and Amaya Trinary. They came on, and they've been learning fast, and it's been a lot of fun with them coming on.
I had to play catch-up, I imagine, with all the dances and tumbling that you guys have already worked on.
Yes, but they're fast learners, so it works really good.
So how many are on the cheer squad? What's the number now?
And we have 8, so we have a full team this year.
Is it hard for the other members to make adjustments on the different dances and incorporate those 2 new team members and change formations or anything like that?
No, it hasn't been bad. It's been pretty good, actually.
Lindsey, what's your favorite cheer?
My favorite cheer? My goodness. I don't know. I have so many, I guess. I like doing a lot of them. I don't know. I'd have to do it.
It's like putting you on a spot to sing a song. The words just go, the mind goes blank, right? I apologize. Before we finish, what else are you involved with at Rich High School?
I'm going to be doing the musical this next trimester, and yeah, I kind of think that's it.
What's your part in the musical?
It's Babette. It's the Feather Duster. They changed the name from the movie to the musical, so that's who I play.
The one that Lumiere is interested in?
Yeah. Yep.
Who's Lumiere?
It's either Reagan Huffner or Colton Hislop. So we don't know what the cast's quite yet, but yep.
Lindsey Barker, Jr. at Rich High School, member of the cheer squad. Thanks for your time, and good luck getting ready for the basketball season.
Yep, thank you.
Well, thanks, Lindsey. That's our standout student here on the pregame show. You're tuned in to the Gary H. Tuscher CPA pregame show. And when we return, we'll visit with the bench leaders of today's teams in the T7 Propane in Woodruff Coaches Show of Rich Rebel Hoops on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. Schedule a family whitewater rafting trip today. Packages include your hotel room, transportation, whitewater rafting, and lunch in a native teepee. The Wind River Canyon is located on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming, and is home to the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone tribes. Come and enjoy the waves, the breathtaking views of the oldest canyons in Wyoming. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment. Repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
This is Rich Rebel head basketball coach Ashley Brown here on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and we're about 15 minutes away from the opening tip here on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show.
Welcome to the Ashley Brown Coaches Show, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, 435-793-4208. That's 793-4208 for T7 Propane in Woodruff. The Rebels tip off the 2017-18 season tonight at Duchesne in the Eagle Classic against the 3A Providence Hall Patriots. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Blake Pugmire, and then we'll talk to Rebel headman Ashley Brown and get his thoughts on tonight's game. You're tuned in to Rich High Rebel Basketball on Rebel Radio KADQ FM 98.3, live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Ryan Steineckert with Blake Pugmire, head coach of the Providence Hall Patriots. Coach, I appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Starting the season out today against the Rich Rebels. Again, we talked about it last year. It's the player, the old playing the old coat.
Yeah, it's last year was a fun game. They gave us everything we could handle. We end up coming out on top. It was a high-scoring game, but I expect another good game today.
That was a wake-up call for the Rebel guards playing you guys to man, we got to play defense out on the perimeter because you guys shut the lights out.
Yeah, we had a really good shooting game. We had all three of our guards shot the ball really well that night. And, it wasn't – we didn't have that type of shooting every night, so the ball definitely went in the hoop that night. And that's kind of what we rely on is our guards to score some points because we're not a very big physical team. So we do rely on kind of stretching the floor out a little bit and getting teams to kind of come away from the middle of the paint there to open up the lane for some of our big guys. And also, like I said, rely on that three-point shot.
How did you feel about the season overall last year?
It went well. Obviously we wanted to go a little bit further in the state tournament. The first 2 years we've been eligible to play in the state tournament. We've made it to that opening round, but we've never been able to get over the hump. We always get paired up with the number one team in our division. So, we just haven't been able to get over that first game, and so that's kind of our goal this year is to get there and also get past that opening round. It's going to be a little harder for us this year being in 3A, but that's kind of our goal and our mindset right now.
How much do things change jumping up to 3A?
They're going to change a little bit. Obviously, a lot of the teams that were in 2A with us last year are bumping up, but we do have some bigger schools that we're going to be going up against. We have Union out here and Carbon, Juab, which, they were all 3A last year, and they're in our region this year. So it's going to be a little difficult for us. It's going to be another learning curve for us. Like I said, we were just getting our feet wet in 2A and kind of getting a feel for how we need to play and what we need to do. And, this year we got another task on our hands as far as figuring out how to compete at this level.
You graduated Tannen Peterson, but you bring back a few guys, Green and Douglas and Sherwood.
Yeah, all three of those kids come back, which, that's a big part of our team last year, and I'm expecting a lot more out of them this year. Right now, Parker Green's out with a dislocated shoulder. He dislocated that a couple days ago in practice, and so he's not going to be able to play for us tonight. So that's going to hurt us, but it just means other kids are going to have to step up and fill those shoes, and hopefully, it'll be a good learning experience for the younger guys coming off the bench.
Sherwood's a big kid inside, 6'4", 6'5", but do you look to do more of the same as you did last year against Rich, get some shots outside, open it up in the perimeter?
That was the plan coming in, to kind of spread the floor out like we did last year, but with pretty much 3 of our 4 guards are out, so we're going to have to rely a little bit more on our big kids down low. and try to, get some easy buckets down low with him and let him go to work a little bit. So we'll see if he's up to the task.
It doesn't start easy for you or Rich. It should be a great game. Yeah,
it'll be good. I expected a hard-fought game. I know what type of kids they are, and I'm from there, obviously, and I know they got great coaches, and so I expect a good hard-fought game.
Coach Blake Pugmire, the Providence Hall Patriots, thanks so much for your time. Good luck today and this weekend throughout the season.
Hey, thank you, Ryan.
Well, thanks, Coach Pugmire. That name might sound familiar to Rebel fans who've been around a little while. Blake played for Coach Ashley Brown a few years ago. It's the Rebels and the Providence Hall Patriots. You're tuned into the pregame show. Our coaches show is presented by T7 Propane in Woodruff. And with a minute 28 left to go in the fourth quarter, Tabiona with a solid lead on Providence, or on Waterford, 51-33, as Waterford just got a layup. And you're watching Dakota Young, the transfer from Duchesne. I was talking to Coach Gines before the game. They're getting excited about the new gymnasium being built out there and hoped it would be done and finished for the basketball season. And they're still expecting it to be done for the majority of the basketball season, but probably not for another month or so before they'll be able to start playing out there in the new gym. And both Coach Lee Gines of the boys team and Jake Fabrizio of the girls team have threatened the Rebel coaches that they're going to still force Rich to play in the old gym and deal with the tight quarters in there. Just kind of a friendly ribbing and joking there. Tabiona with a big lead, 51-33 on Waterford. We've got Rich versus Providence Hall coming up in just a few minutes. Game time was scheduled for 5:30. We may be just a little bit later than that, as we've got a minute left in this Tabiona and Waterford game. Tabiona up by 21 or by 19 points. And then I'm sure they'll give both Rich and Providence Hall probably 10 or 12 minutes to get warmed up and ready for their game. So Waterford last year was the state runners-up, lost to, I believe, Layton Christian in the 2A championship game. Waterford had a great year last year, but must have graduated a pretty good number of their team. As they, not to say that they're not good, because they've played hard. And Coach Ryan Judd is back this season, but boy, Tabiona, which lost to Wendover earlier this year, has dominated in this game defensively. They've let up just a little bit here toward the end, but they had held Waterford to around 25 points through most of the four quarters. The Tigers looking good as Riley takes a shot from the right elbow, knocks it down. The Tigers on top by 19, 54-35 as time runs down in this fourth quarter. Let me get Stacy's Repair scoreboard up there for you if you're watching at home, and we'll give you the play-by-play of the final few seconds here. Pass down inside, little shot, rims around and out. Riley pulls down the rebound, gives it to Young with 10 seconds left, and Tabby can just dribble out the final few seconds and earn the victory over Waterford. 54-35 will be the final score. Tabby with the win over Waterford. 54-35. We'll continue on with our pregame show brought to you by Gary H. Tusher, CPA for all your accounting needs. Back after this, we'll talk with Rebel head coach Ashley Brown in a moment here on KADQ.
This is Rebel senior Cameron Calder. Thanks for tuning in to Rich Rebel Hoops on KADQ FM 98.3 Rebel Radio with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
We're back on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Gary H. Tusher for all your accounting needs. They're at 110 North 8th Street in Montpelier. 208-847-2601 for all your accounting needs. With tax season coming up, depending on how early you like to get it done, you may think about it within the next month or so, just at the beginning of the new year. Gary H. Tuscher can help you out. He's a rancher himself, so if that's in your books, make sure to talk with Gary H. Tuscher, 110 North 8th Street in Montpelier, 208-847-2601. Tabiona just finished up a pretty dominant win, over Waterford, 54-35. And the Rebels and Providence Hall, well, the Rebels are out on the court starting to run through their warm-ups. I don't see Providence Hall out here just yet, but they've put up 13 minutes on the clock. We're down to about 12 minutes left until our opening tip-off. We've got plenty coming up in our pregame show, including the Ned and Tammy Kohler Goods on the Wood, the Rich County Keys to the Game, Town of Woodruff starting lineups, and the Independent Software Solutions opening tip-off. That's all coming up. But first, we'll talk with Ashley Brown when we return, head coach of the Rich Rebels. We'll be back on the T7 Propane and Woodruff Coaches Show right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for. When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
All right, Steineckert with Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebel basketball team. Coach, thanks for your time today.
You betcha.
What's the focus this week as you get ready for your first games Friday and Saturday?
You know, the biggest thing is making sure that we understand we want our kids to do, and that we run our sets and try to do the best we can with them. And, you know, and then we got to make sure that we play together and we play hard. And if we do those things, we'll have a successful weekend as far as what we want to accomplish for those 2 games.
How much do you worry about Thanksgiving holiday, kids getting out of shape and trying to get back into shape now this week?
You know, it's hard, especially on our younger kids, because they were just starting to get the offense down that we wanted them to run, and now they were off for basically a week, and so it'll be like starting over with them. You know, and then as far as them being in shape, you know, it's basically going to have to start over again.
The first week of the season for the last bunch of years, you've gone to Duchesne and faced, at least the last 2 years, Providence Hall. Now this will be the 3rd year in a row, and they've moved up to 3A. You're pretty familiar with what they were last year. You expect more of the same this year?
Yeah, you know, he's still got very good guards. You know, they're going to spread us out. If we don't get out and defend them, they'll shoot threes, and if we do, they'll try to go by us and dish. And, you know, so it's a good opening game, you know, that we know they're going to be good, and we know we're going to have to do things right in order to stay in the game.
You've had a week or so of practice and have some this week, but what do you see in take shape so far from your team? What kind of strengths do you think you'll have?
You know, I think the thing that's good about our team is we can play on the perimeter, and we can also, you know, we got big kids that can play underneath. So, you know, we're not one-dimensional by any means. We can play either way. We can play inside out or outside in, and, you know, and that's a benefit to be able to do those 2 things in 1A.
You've told me in the past that you've needed to go inside out. Do you feel like that's going to be a need again this year?
Oh yeah, you know, with Nick in there, he's 6'5", 6'6". You know, he does very good with his post moves, and so he's a huge advantage for us against most teams that we play. And, you know, and we got to use him.
There were a lot of times last year that the 2-3 zone worked really well, and with Nick getting more physical and 4 or 5 blocks a game. Is that something, I mean, you hoping for and expecting this year?
Oh, yeah. You know, it's a lot easier to run a 2-3 zone when you got somebody in the middle that can take care of the whole middle by himself. And, you know, and he was able to do that last year. And if he can do it again this year, it just helps our wings spread out and we can defend, you know, more area in that 2-3 zone and make it harder for teams to score.
You've got some other, I don't know if they're bigs, maybe for 1A, you've got some other guys at good size down in the middle for if Nick gets in foul trouble or just needs a breather.
Yeah, you know, we do. We got some depth at both the guard guard line and with our big kids. We got Keenan and Porter, and then, we got our 3 senior guards, and then we got Jared and Kaysen that could come off the bench and help there. So we got some depth, and, we're going to use it if we need to, and hopefully those kids that are coming off the bench can come in and contribute for us.
JV takes on USDB Thursday afternoon, and anything you're doing in particular to prepare for that, or just get your sets in?
We'll just get our stuff in. We don't know anything about them, and it'll be a good game for our JV to get started, and then they'll have to go down and play Providence Hall and Grand as well, so they'll have 2 tough games at the Duchesne tournament. So we're just going to get ourselves ready as far as what we want to do as a team, and then we'll see what happens after this weekend.
As always, you hit the ground running, some really good competition right off the bat, and it doesn't get easier the next week either.
No, next week we get Bear Lake, and then we get the teams down south, Paiute and Valley. So, yeah, it's not going to get any easier. So, we might as well see where we fit in and see what we need to work on and go from there.
Anything else we should touch on, Coach?
I don't think.
Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebels, thanks so much for your time, and good luck getting ready for the first games of the year.
Okay, thank you.
Coach Ashley Brown, the Coach's Show is brought to you by T7 Propane for all your propane needs. 435-793-4208. That's 435-793-4208. The Rebels and the Providence Hall Patriots coming up in just a minute. Tip-off is less than 5 minutes, well, just more than 5 minutes away. And you're tuned in to Rich High Rebel Basketball, the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
There's real power in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and having real, successful accomplishments. The mayor and town council from the town of Laketown recognize the enthusiasm of the parents, teachers, fans, and students of Rich High School. Whether it's your education, athletics, academics, or even your daily chores, enthusiasm can make all the difference.
You've been tuned in to the pregame show on Rebel Basketball. It's presented by Gary H. Tusher, CPA, for all your accounting needs. Call 208-847-2601. If you're not finished with dinner yet, just eat it cold or whatever. Let's get going. Rebels are going to moments away from the Ned and Tammy Calder Goods on the Wood, Rich County Keys of the Game, the Town of Woodruff starting lineups, and the Independent Software Solutions opening tip-off. All coming up right after this on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Hi there, Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding you that perfect vehicle, but at Castle Rock, it's about a lot more. It's using our experience to get you the best rate. We will get you the vehicle that you've always wanted. It's about knowing your vehicle is in the right hands. Throughout the buying experience here at Castle Rock Chevrolet, we're here for you. If you're ready to buy a new truck, come to Castle Rock. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified Public Accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
We're back pregame at Duchesne High School, the Eagle Classic, and the tip-off of the 2017-18 basketball season. It's 1A Rich versus 3A Providence Hall. Coach Ashley Brown coaching against a former player, now current coach of Providence Hall Patriots, Blake Pugmire. Let's take just a moment for station identification.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
Time for your Goods on the Wood. It's brought to you by Ned and Tammy Calder, the Goods on the Wood. And that's where we take a quick look at just what's happening out on the floor, what things are looking like, what we're seeing here at Duchesne High School. Rebels are the designated home team. Looks like they'll be in the home whites. Providence Hall has yet to come out on the floor for warm-ups. And the clock is down to 3 minutes. I wonder if the teams will give, or the scorekeepers, if Duchesne High School organizers of the tournament will give Providence Hall an opportunity or add a couple of minutes to that clock to give them a little more time to warm up. They take the court now in their visiting reds, their road reds. And their colors are reds, like a scarlet red and a dark kind of navy blue. They're the Providence Hall Patriots in just their third year competing in the UHSAA basketball. They've made the playoffs in each of their first 2 official seasons. They were provisional the year before that, but lost out in the first round of the 2A playoffs both of their first 2 years. This year they're jumping up to 3A. Now last year Providence Hall averaged 57 points a game, allowed 55.5. Compare that with the Rebels, who scored almost 59 per game and allowed 48.6. But last year when these teams met, Providence Hall won 81-70 in a high-scoring shootout affair here at Duchesne High School. As I mentioned, Rebels are the designated home team, so in the home whites, captains meeting on the court right now. They just shake hands or give fist bumps and head back to their respective teams. I see some fans of the Rich Rebels across the way. I see some Providence Hall fans to my right and over to the left as well. Not a lot, of course, these are not region opponents. They're not even same classification opponents. But Coach Ashley Brown, Coach Blake Pugmire, the former player of the Rich Rebels, coached by Ashley Brown, Bill Cornea. And so it'll be an interesting matchup. Both teams obviously want to get off on the right foot as they tip off the season today. And it'll be interesting to see how things go. For Blake Pugmire and the Providence Hall Patriots, a normal regular starter would be Parker Green, but he is not starting today. Dislocated his shoulder earlier this week, so he is out. Those are your goods on the woods, presented by Ned and Tammy Calder. Time for your Rich County Keys of the Game. Brought to you by Rich County, Rebels with a championship cause. Number 1, was something the Rebels did not do last year against Providence Hall, defend the perimeter. They've got to be better outside. Providence Hall made 10 or 12 three-pointers in that game. Rebels cannot allow that and hope to win in this game. Number 2, and this goes to the same effect as limit guard penetration. They've got to defend the perimeter, keep Providence Hall, not allow Providence Hall open three-point looks, but they've also got to get out there and avoid or not allow the guards to penetrate. Boston Douglas, very good at both shooting and penetrating. Very good ball handler. Number 3, battle of the boards. Rebels have the size this year with Nick Jarman plus the other big boys down inside, and Porter Weston, Kennan Clark, and others that they should and need to win the battle of the boards. Those are your 3 keys of the game, brought to you by Rich County, Rebels with a championship cause. Moving right along in our pregame coverage to the Town of Woodruff starting lineups for the visiting Providence Hall Patriots. It's senior Boston Douglas, who averaged almost 11 points a game last year. Senior Preston Brinkerhoff had 4 a game. Marcus Sherwood is a junior. He's big and tall, about the same size as Nick Jarman, 6'5" or so, 6'6" maybe. Averaged almost 10 points a game a season ago. Taylor Green back as a senior, averaged 3 a game, and Ben Morales as a starter. He did not, I couldn't find any stats on him, so I'm assuming he didn't score in varsity action last year. Those are your starters for Providence Hall. For the Rich Rebels, starting lineups brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. Senior Cameron Calder, Aaron Smith, Jordan Cook, Nick Jarman, and Porter Weston. Jarman leading the way for the Rebels last year, 13.3 points. Aaron Smith at just under 10 points a game. The 2 leading scorers from a year ago back this year for the Rich Rebels. Again, starting lineups are brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. Mayor Bo Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, and Millie Bradshaw, along with clerk Lisa Bell. Time for your Independent Software Solutions opening tip-off. The tip-off is brought to you by Independent Software Solutions. Jarman tips it, got to it first over Sherwood, but the Patriots get the ball. And they'll have it first. Douglas goes left wing over to Morales. Up top of the key as the Patriots swing it around. They go down inside and a whistle away from the ball. Boston Douglas was fouled. Rebel coaches shouting to watch the backside as the Patriots inbound underneath. One dribble from Douglas down in the paint. He passes off to Sherwood, who's trapped inside, puts up a high shot, misses. Jordan Cook with the rebound, and Cook pushing up the left side to Calder. Back outside, Jordan thought about the 3, but passed it up and gives to Smith. Rebels with some new look uniforms. Real simple, very nice. I love these uniforms for the Rebels. The whites, a little bit of blue, blue numerals. Aaron Smith with the ball. Outside, swinging around. Jarman on the left wing. Rebels attacking right to left at mylocalradio.com. To Porter Weston. He'll take the long two. It's a bit long, and the long rebound picked up by Brinkerhoff. Passes ahead to Sherwood, running the floor, and he travels as he tried to get his footing and go up for the shot. An early turnover. Again, just underway here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Good. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. Smith with a pick and roll, bounces the pass inside, and Brinkerhoff with the takeaway. A 2-on-1 pass across looking for Taylor Green, and that was a wild pass by the Patriots. They turn it over again. Couple of possessions for the Patriots, couple of turnovers. Cook out on the right wing. Gives to Weston. Porter goes left side. Aaron Smith. No score yet. 6.5 left in the Pugstone Sporting first quarter as Calder goes underneath among the tall trees, and he's stuffed. That was something he could do a year ago with frequency against JV players, but not at this class. And now Calder gets in. He thought he got all ball, but instead picks up his first personal. Nope, that'll be Calder's second personal. And that prompts a quick substitution. Jared Anderson in off the bench as Calder has 2 fouls. 2 Rebel team fouls, 6:20 left. First quarter brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Inbound to Sherwood. Bounces back door. Nice pass, but the shot missed by Ben Morales. He gets his own rebound and kicks it back outside. Patriots will reset. Douglas dribbling out high. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Anderson guarding Douglas to Sherwood, and he travels again. 3 turnovers early on here for the Patriots, and Marcus Sherwood's father sitting to my right says, come on, 20, let's go. Aaron Smith crosses the timeline. Long pass to Cook on the left wing. Man-to-man defense for the Patriots. No score. A little more than 2 minutes gone by. Weston passes up top. Cook drives, a lot of contact. He's giving a little push in the back, and he shoots underneath the hoop. Missed the shot. Rebels will inbound from the baseline. Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. First team foul, lob into the middle, and that's easily intercepted by Preston Brinkerhoff. He'll fire it up ahead for Douglas. Passes, Aaron Smith deflects it, takes it away, and then saves it to Porter. Good hustle by Weston to get back, and the Patriots have 4 early turnovers. Anderson up the left side. Foul back on the other side was on Taylor Green. Weston at the top of the key, looking inside, finds Jarman, posted up. Nick with a nice move, floats it up and in with the right hand. And Nick Jarman has the Rebels' first points of the season. Rich on top, 2-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Jarman averaged 13.3 points a game last year. Douglas thought about the 3. Defense was there instead from in the air. Gives it off to Brinkerhoff. Back to Douglas with 5:08 left in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Left wing, Brinkerhoff, who's put on a little bit of meat since last season. He's put on a little weight. Drives, kicks it back outside to Green, into the middle. Guarded by Weston, puts up the shot. No, he traveled first, and Providence Hall struggling. That's 3 travels, 5 turnovers in this first quarter. More turnovers than minutes played for the Patriots. 4:55 left in the first period, and Rich on top in a low-scoring game so far, 2-0. Remember, these teams last year engaged in an absolute shootout, which Providence Hall won 81-70. Smith on the right side, guarded by Morales. Couple of dribbles. Morales right out on him. Bounces across the top of the key to Cook. Left wing. Looking inside. Can't get it to him. Good D by Sherwood. Denying the pass. To Cook up top. He'll dribble to his left. Defense comes over the help. Jarman, the top of the key. Picked up. And Rich showing some patience here. Coach Brown calls for a new play as Cook dribbles to his left. Follows a screen. Looking for the pick and roll. But good help defense from the backside. No pass. Anderson drives. Ball knocked away. Sherwood comes up with it. And Rich has its 3rd turnover of the game. Taylor Green tries to go through the defense. Porter Weston draws the charge. Taylor Green picks up his 2nd. Good read by Porter Weston. He's not afraid to take and make hits. We saw that in the football field the last couple of seasons. And he takes the charge and now takes a breather. Kennan Clark into the game. Clark, Anderson, Jarman, Smith, and Cook on the floor with 4:11 left to go. First quarter, Rich on top, but just by 2. A 2-0 score on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Smith crosses the timeline, bounces to Anderson on the left wing, back to Smith, inside for Jarman, in the lane, turn around with the right hand, got it. Bounced off the rim to the glass and then down through. Jarman has 4 and Rich leads 4-0. Boston Douglas, got to watch out for him. Great shooter in the lane, ball stripped away. Smith goes for it but can't get it. Morales had it, throws a pass and it's deflected by Rich, out of bounds. Patriots basketball. Into the game, Keaton Woodward, a senior, 6'2". Strong-looking linebacker type looking guy. Morales to inbound from the baseline. Rebels stay in the man-to-man defense. Pass up top. Drive, shot. The floater is just off target by Jacob Johnson, and Jarman has the rebound. The Patriots have not taken a lot of shots. I've only got that as the Rebels' second rebound of the game. Cook around the top of the arc, guarded by Johnson. He'll come clear out to the center circle, and the Eagles logo at the timeline. Cook gets around the defense, now drives in. Pretty move with the Euro step. Can't get the shot to go with the left hand. Douglas pulls down the rebound. Boston crosses the timeline straight away to the top of the key. Anderson trying to fight through his screen, gets there. Douglas to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper is good. Boston Douglas puts the Patriots on the scoreboard. It's 4-2. Rebels up by 2 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard with 3 minutes left to go in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Clark out on the right wing. He'll try to drive, but the ball punched away, gets it back and gives it in the right corner to Jarman. Back inside, Clark on the cut and blocked from behind. The stuff by Marcus Sherwood. Up ahead, good fast break. Boston Douglas travels on his way to the basket. That third step, he doesn't agree with it. Neither do the Providence Hall Patriots, but looked pretty clear to me. 2:41 left to go first quarter. Rebels up 4-2. That's the 4th travel of the ball game for the Patriots. Kaysen Trineri checks into the game for Rich. So it's Trineri, Smith, Jarman, Anderson, and Clark. Anderson on the left wing. Pick and roll with Jarman. Bounce pass underneath. Pretty pass. Jarman can't quite finish. He's frustrated with himself, but he draws the foul and will shoot 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. I believe it's Keaton Woodward, the guilty party, on the foul. And it is indeed Woodward. 2:29 left first quarter. Jarman's first is good. Jarman last year, 68% from the free throw line. That was down from the year before when he was about 75%. He hits both on this trip at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, and Rich leads 6-2 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Offense hasn't been fantastic yet, and Rich taking advantage of several traveling calls for Providence Hall. 3-point shot, a long rebound as it hit the back of the rim. Patriots get the offensive board, go inside to Sherwood. He'll lob it down on the baseline. Morales bounces back outside. Johnson drives across the lane, kicks it out. They swing it around. Sherwood on the left wing, back up top to Douglas to reset the offense with 2 minutes left in the Pugstones first, and Rich on top 6-2. A wild pass. Rebels give it a little boot to keep it away from a cutting Morales. And the Patriots will inbound from the baseline. Rich scored first. They've got a couple of free throws. Patriots with 6 early turnovers in the first quarter. Morales lobs it in just before a 5-second violation. Douglas with the only field goal of the game for Patriots, for Providence Hall. Gives it off. Now up top, Morales, left wing. Boston will take the 3 and hit it. Boston Douglas from downtown. And the Rebels just didn't quite get out far enough on him. Give him just a hairline's room of space, and he'll knock it down, and he does. 6-5. Rebel lead is 1. Kaysen Trineri, right wing to Anderson. Jared bounces high post to Kaysen. Gives off to Jarman. Nick lobs it inside, looking for Nick, and the pass was too short. Picked off by Keaton Woodward. Douglas drives free throw line, pulls up left elbow, short on the jumper. Jarman had the rebound. It's tipped away by Sherwood out of his hands. Providence Hall fans wanted the ball back, saying that Jarman touched it last. Rich will inbound from the baseline. Trineri, Smith, Clark, Jarman, and Anderson on the floor. The minute 15 left in the first quarter, brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Smith bounces right side on the wing. Anderson dribbles around the top of the arc, all the way down in, kicks it back out. Trineri for 3 from the left corner, a bit long. Anderson has the rebound, goes back up strong. He's blocked, but he is fouled, and Jared will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. Boy, could have used that pro physical therapy three-pointer had Trineri been able to knock it down. Instead, Anderson with a pair of Bear Lake Realty free throws coming. Jared knocks down the first. Junior starting quarterback for the Rebel football team. It was an interesting situation. Jarman was the returning starter at quarterback and would have been running the floor. Case and Trineri, the offensive rebound. Aaron Smith with a couple of boards in the game. Brinkerhoff, right side. Boston Douglas lobs it across to Sherwood on the left wing, directing some traffic. Now gives to Brinkerhoff on the right side. He fires underneath for Douglas, who's fouled on the shot. I thought Brinkerhoff did a little dance up top, but must not have moved his pivot foot. And Douglas goes to the free throw line for the first free throws of the game for Providence Hall. Boston Douglas, all 5 Patriots points, make it all 6. With 20.1 seconds left in the first quarter, Rebels on top. 10-6. Douglas, second free throw, good. You know, he's a smooth shooter. No problem knocking down those 2 free throws. No hesitation, just real great confidence. Very nice shot. Trineri right wing to Anderson. Big high pick and roll. Jarman came out, then backed off with 9-8. Clark left wing to Trineri. Kaysen with 5-4. Jared fakes the shot, draws the contact, throws it up, doesn't get the whistle, and then Sherwood throws full court trying to get a shot at the buzzer, and it's short. 10-7 at the end of 1. Rebels with a lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Our first quarter has been brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
Back for second quarter action. Rebels on top of Providence Hall 10-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Our second quarter is brought to you by J-Bar Auto in Randolph. High quality service at a fair price. Nick Jarman with 8 of the Rebels' 10 points. Rebels are 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Boston Douglas has all 7 of the Patriots' points. Last year against Rich, he had 16. Parker Green had 20. He's a junior this year, but dislocated his shoulder earlier this week. That's certainly helpful for the Rebels to not have to worry about the sharp shooting Parker Green. Trineri out high on the left wing. One dribble to Clark. Kinnan gives to Cook out on the right wing. Jarman and Anderson also in there. Kaysen in the right corner. Gives back outside to Cook. Rebels attacking right to left at mylocalradio.com. Cook backs it out. Preston Brinkerhoff out on him. Cook picks up the dribble and has to give off to Trineri. 30 seconds gone by in the second quarter. Clark looking inside. He's got Anderson, but just doesn't see him. Anderson definitely has a size mismatch on his defender, Ben Morales, who's 5'9". Anderson at about 6 foot. Trineri to Clark, right side to Cook. Cook dribbles back out and looks to Coach Brown for some direction. Brinkerhoff, little hip check on Jordan, who dribbles back to his right. And a minute gone by as Clark has it on the right wing, looking inside, nothing there. Still looking, goes up top to Trineri, and now we've got Morales back on Kaysen. So the mismatch with Anderson not there anymore. Cook dribbles to his left, gives off to Jarman. Nick looking, still looking. Sherwood on him, bounces to Cook, fires inside, looking for Anderson. It's deflected, punched back out of bounds, and Rich being very patient against a solid Patriots defense. A minute and 18 seconds gone by. Rebels have not yet put up a shot. Anderson, Trineri, Cook, Clark, and Jarman. Jared lobs in deep for Jarman in the corner. It's slapped away from him out of bounds, and Rich will inbound from the baseline. A Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Haven't had any Rich County 4-H jump balls just yet. Anderson to trigger it in. Finds Jarman. One dribble, goes over the defense and puts it in. At the elevation, the wingspan, you're not going to block that shot. Jarman just elevated over the top, and Sherwood's got him. They're about the same height. Sherwood with good length as well. Didn't want to get the foul. Boston Douglas, right corner three. No. Clark, good box out, pulls down the rebound. Rebels push up the left side. Anderson hesitates, drives in, scoops it up, can't get it to go. Offensive board, Jarman, I think they called a foul. I didn't hear the whistle, but it'll be Anderson, I believe, at the free throw line to shoot two. Jared, 2 for 2 at the free throw line in the first quarter. The foul charge to Boston Douglas, his second personal. And Anderson will shoot two. Bear Lake Realty, if you're looking for beachfront, room with a view, maybe a secluded mountain retreat, any number of timeshare options, visit BearLakeRealty.com. Duchesne will take on Grand following this game. Tabiona beat Waterford pretty handily earlier today. Anderson hits the second Bear Lake Realty free throw, and Rich is on top by 6, 13-7. That can be erased in a hurry with a guy like Boston Douglas, the type of shooter he is. And Sherwood has yet to get anything going inside. He can score a lot of points as well. He gets a nice pass from Douglas, but Jarman strips the ball away. A station in Randolph steal. And Rich pushes up court. Cook went inside, back outside. Anderson, Cook. Boy, the interior defense very good from Providence Hall. They just are not allowing any passing lanes. Trineri drives, misses. Jarman tips the rebound back to himself, misses the fadeaway, and then Sherwood is fouled as he comes down. Jordan Cook will pick up his first. Jarman, I believe, a third rebound, and he's kicking himself a little bit for missing that fadeaway putback from about 3 feet on the right angle. A few substitutions: Smith, Calder, Cook, Jarman, and Weston on the floor. Calder rather, with 2 fouls on him. Smith has yet to attempt a shot, averaged almost 10 points a game last year. Sherwood out on the left wing, Jarman on him in a man-to-man defense, looking to find Boston Douglas, but Cook staying right with him. Calder out on Brinkerhoff. Morales at the top of the key. Smith with him. Fires left side. Brinkerhoff down near the corner. Now right out in front of Coach Brown and the Rebel bench. Morales back up top. 5:20 left, second quarter, brought to you by J-Bar Auto. Rebels on top 13. Been a low-scoring affair. Rebels have 5 of their 13 points from the free throw line. Morales drives, scoops it up and under, misses badly. Porter Weston with the rebound, and Rich pushes. Cook all the way to the hoop, up with the left hand, can't get it to go, and a rebound. Woodward with a strong board. Cook trying to draw the contact and couldn't get it. Coach Pugmire wants to call a timeout. 4:58 left to go in the J-Bar Auto second quarter, and we'll be right back. Rebels on top 13-7 on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
One of the greatest things about living in Randolph, Utah is the friendly folks that live and operate business there. This is especially true at J-Bar Auto on Main Street in Randolph. Serving customers for years, J-Bar Auto provides high-quality service at a fair price, including vehicles large and small, tractors, and other types of equipment. J-Bar Auto also sells quality tires.
We appreciate all of our customers. Call us anytime. We're happy to help.
J-Bar Auto, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah. Stop in today.
Back at Duchesne in the Eagle Classic, Rebels and the Providence Hall Patriots. Patriots beat the Rebels 81-70 a year ago on day one of this same tournament. This year they're without Tannen Peterson, who has 25 in that game. Had also Parker Green scored 20. He's a junior this year, but out with a dislocated shoulder. Boston Douglas, nice pass inside, shoots. Cook with a little bit of a deflection. Up ahead to Smith. Weston down inside, blocked by Brinkerhoff. Saved by Sherwood, and back in. Boy, Brinkerhoff with those long arms hung in the air for a while there to block that shot from Weston. Douglas tries to drive, ball punched away, but Douglas, such quick feet, gets back, tips it to his teammate. Sherwood has it up top. 4.5 left in the J-Bar Auto second. Calder on Brinkerhoff, fakes a pass, then gives back to Sherwood up top. Marcus looking to pass, gives to Douglas, left wing. He's left open just far enough that he shoots the three, misses, and Jarman has the rebound. Can't leave him that space. Douglas will knock those down. Cook inside. Weston thought about going up with it, but the defense on him. He'll lob it back out to Smith at the free throw line. Tries to dribble, and he's wrapped up by Morales. We may have our first Rich County 4-H jump ball, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. That's Rich County 4-H. Possession arrow says Patriots basketball. So they'll have it as Rich got it to start the second quarter. A scoring drought for both teams. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. A much different game than we had last year when neither team really played great perimeter defense. We had a lot more scoring. Morales gets by the D. It's poked out from behind by Smith. Rebels running. 3-on-2. Kick it out to Smith. Left corner three. No. Calder with a one-handed rebound, and he's fouled as he comes down with it. Great board by Cameron Calder, doing his best Odell Beckham on the basketball court, pulling it down with one hand. 3:42 left in the second quarter. The foul charged to Ben Morales, I believe. His first, nope. It was Jacob Johnson with the foul. Rebels go inside. Jarman tripped up, hit with the body, and that'll be a 7th team foul, I believe. Should send Nick Jarman to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Is it Brinkerhoff who picked up the foul? And Jarman goes to the line for a 1-and-1. No, the foul charge to Taylor Green, and that's his third. The senior picks up a third personal. Jarman at the line. One Bear Lake Realty free throw is missed. Weston skies high and pulls down the rebound. Kicks it back out to Smith for three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Aaron Smith with his first pro physical therapy three-pointer of the season. And Rich leads 17-6. Give Porter Weston some big credit on that for pulling down the offensive board. Back the other way, a quick jumper for Jacob Johnson, and the Patriots have their first bucket from someone besides Boston Douglas. Jordan Cook, it was a short jumper from the right angle. 16-9, Rebels on top. Aaron Smith at the top of the key. Dribbles around the top. Ball poked out from behind. A big reach in by Taylor Green. Morales goes the other way and scores. Well, that looked like a reach to me, but Rebels don't get it. Morales with a bucket, and it's 16-11, lead cut to 5. With just under 3 left to go in the second quarter, brought to you by J-Bar Auto. Stay tuned for our comprehensive family dental halftime show. Calder at the free throw line, gives to Smith. He'll pull up the floater from the free throw line, just a bit short. Hit the front of the rim, then the back iron and popped out. Patriots have the rebound. They'll go right side. Morales, right corner. Green, the long two. Air ball over the top. Cook has it poked away by Brinkerhoff, and it's out of bounds, Rebel basketball. So Cook pulls down his second rebound, and Rich on top by 5 with 2.5 left in the J-Bar Auto second. Rebels led 4-0, 6-2, and then 10-7 at the end of 1. Calder on the left wing. Gives to Smith in the corner, to Weston underneath, up with the left hand. No, Jarman had the ball. It was ripped out of his hands, tipped out of his hands, I should say, on the rebound. Patriots go the other way. Sherwood underneath, passes into Green in the middle. His shot, no, but he's fouled. A little up and under by Green. Jarman didn't like the foul call, but that's never swayed an official before and won't tonight. I believe it was Nick with the personal foul. Rebels with just 5 team fouls. 2:03 left to go. First half. First free throw is off the back of the iron. Bounces up and somehow finds its way down through. Green, the southpaw, will shoot another. Taylor Green, 6'4". Marcus Sherwood, 6'5". Keaton Woodward, 6'2". A lot of good size on this team. Brinkerhoff, 6'2" as well. Green hits both, and it's 16-13. And now with other players besides Boston Douglas scoring, the Patriots offense coming alive, trails by just 6, or by 3 rather. The Rebels were on top by 11. It's a 5-0 Patriots run. Make that an 8-0 Patriots run. Rebels try to pass it inside. It's deflected somehow into the hands of Jarman. Nick goes back free throw line. Calder, left corner. Anderson for 3. No, it pops out. Clark with the rebound. Tips it over to Jarman, who can't get the shot to go. He gets it back again and puts it in. Rebels continue to just get after it again and again, and it pays off with a basket. 18-13. Rebel lead is back to 5. Stop that 8-0 run. Pass inside. Calder steps in front for a station in Randolph Steele. Turns it the other way. Slows it down, though, as the defense got back. Aaron Smith steps up into a three-pointer, and it pops out. Anderson with the offensive board. Kicks it back outside. Calder around left side to Smith. Inside. Jarman double team. Spins away from it. Puts it in with the right hand. Jarman inside has 14 points, and Rich leads 20-13 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Both teams a little bit sloppy with turnovers. I've got them with a combined 13 in the ball game. Brinkerhoff just off center, left side, the top of the key. Kicks it back outside. Green, left corner. Sherwood takes the short corner jumper and drains it. Marcus Sherwood showing some nice touch. Hits the 2. And it's 20-15. The official says, oh, let's stop things for a sec. Fix that net. The Rebel bench gives Calder a ovation as he hopped up there and pulled the net down. Woodward will check into the game. Sherwood gets a breather. 20-15, Rebels up by 5 with 45 seconds left in this J-Bar Auto second quarter. Smith will slow things down. Wonder if Rebels will play for the last shot. I've never really known them to do that. Bounce it inside for Jarman. He'll go across the lane, kick it outside. Smith steps back for a 3 and hits it. Aaron Smith, 23-15. Another Pro Physical Therapy three-pointer brought to you by physical therapist Dr. Dallas Clark. Aaron's second trifecta of the quarter, and Rich leads 23-15. Douglas crosses the timeline with 20, 19, 18. I believe he's been told to play for the last shot. Dribbling at the top of the key. Anderson inches toward him, getting closer. Brinkerhoff on the left wing. Anderson stays right with Douglas, cutting to the hoop. 10 seconds. 9. Jacob Johnson kicks it out to Douglas for the long 3. It bounces off the rim. No good. Brinkerhoff the rebound. Bounces into the middle and a whistle with 1.1 seconds to go. A Rebel foul against Aaron Smith, I believe is what they said. White 1-5. So Providence Hall will have 1.1 seconds. That's a quick, probably no dribble, just a catch and shoot. Weston into the game. Coach Brown will pull Jarman out to make sure he doesn't pick up a second foul. It's good strategy there. No foul, Coach Brown says, no foul. Pass in, Anderson tips it. Brinkerhoff can't control it. Time expires and the Rebels lead at the half. 23-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This second quarter has been brought to you by J-Bar Auto. Quality work on all kinds of projects. J-Bar Auto. That's high-quality service at a fair price. Stay tuned. Our Comprehensive Family Dental halftime show is coming up. Rebels on top by 8 at the half on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch, Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified public accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
Welcome to the halftime show presented by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl providing quality family dentistry since 1998. At the half, the Rebels on top 23-15. Rebels took a 4-0 lead before Providence Hall scored. Boston Douglas had all 7 of the Patriots' points in the first quarter. His teammates came alive to the tune of 8 points in the second quarter, but Nick Jarman with 14 points, 6 rebounds, leading the Rebels, who lead 23-15 at the half over the 3A Providence Hall Patriots. Stay tuned. Your halftime show is coming up, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. We'll be back with the Town of Randolph first half highlights after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Hi there, Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding you that perfect vehicle, but at Castle Rock, it's about a lot more. It's using our experience to get you the best rate. We will get you the vehicle that you've always wanted. It's about knowing your vehicle is in the right hands. Throughout the buying experience here at Castle Rock Chevrolet, we're here for you. If you're ready to buy a new truck, come to Castle Rock. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
We're back on the Comprehensive Family Dental halftime show, brought to you by Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998 with offices in Randolph and Hiram for your convenience. Rebels on top 23-15 at the half. First half highlights are brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from the mayor and board members and town clerk. I've got Nick Jarman with 14 points, 6 rebounds. He averaged 13.3 per game last year. And, boy, if you can get even 14, or we'll see what he does in the second half, but get that kind of point production from Jarman. Aaron Smith, 2 threes in the second quarter. Jared Anderson with 3 free throws, and that's it for the Rebels scoring. It hasn't been real prolific. I'd expect Calder to have some points in the second half, and Porter Weston and Kenan Clark to contribute as well as some others. Kason Trineri took 1 3-point shot, couldn't get that to go, but the Rebels overall, I've been impressed with, number one, their patience. This is a team that several of these guys just don't have a lot of varsity experience. Cameron Calder, Jared Anderson, Kason Trineri, Porter Weston, Jordan Cook, all guys that did play some varsity last year, but mostly JV, and they're stepping up into varsity basketball, and they've been very patient and disciplined in taking care of the basketball, not forcing too many passes, and just trusting to execute the offense, and it's worked. Nick Jarman, again, with the 14 points, and they've also been solid defensively. There's a Providence Hall team that scored 57 a game last year. They scored 81 against Rich a year ago here at Duchesne, and that's they don't have their leading scorer from a year ago in Tannen Peterson, and third leading scorer Parker Green is injured, or fourth leading scorer Parker Green is injured and not playing today. But regardless of that, the Rebels defensively have been pretty good. 7 points allowed in the first quarter, all of those by Boston Douglas. 8 points allowed in the second quarter, none of those from Boston Douglas. And the Patriots with just 15 points through 16 minutes of play. Rebels on top 23-15 at the half. These first half highlights have been brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from Mayor Lynn Weston, board member Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. Stay tuned. More of the Comprehensive Family Dental halftime show coming up on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
Welcome back to its Comprehensive Family Dental halftime show, brought to you by Dr. Sean Grohl. Stacy's, that's Sean Grohl with Comprehensive Family Dental, quality family dentistry since 1998. We had some first half highlights presented by the town of Randolph. Third quarter coming up is brought to you by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Make sure to stay tuned for our Saby Trucking post-game show. We'll have the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game, plus the Jimmy John's Freaky Fest recap, Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game, and more. Rebels will have it to start this third quarter. Smith, Cook, Weston, Jarman, and Calder, the starters on the floor. Same story for the Patriots of Providence Hall. Their starters on the floor. Calder bounces inside for Jarman. Triple team comes. He kicks it free throw line to Weston. Poked away by Ben Morales with the steal. Up the middle of the floor, kicks it back out to Sherwood in the lane. Fade away, goes to the floor on the miss. Brinkerhoff slaps the rebound away, but into the hands of Rich. Smith to the top of the key, gives to Cook. Bounces, nope, looked for the pass, went up with it, missed. Jarman with the offensive board, missed. Offensive board again is good. So Jarman with 2 rebounds on that possession. It's 25-15. Cook with a nice move to get around the D, just went up over the top with the shot. Brinkerhoff on the left wing. Up top to Morales on the right wing. Rebels, the man-to-man defense, bounce inside. Green rips it away from the D. Jordan Cook reaches around and slaps Green on the arm. And Cook will pick up, I believe, his second personal foul. We'll double-check that in a moment with the scoreboard. You can see that at Stacy's Repair on mylocalradio.com. I want to thank Al Joel, one of the great coaches and teachers here at Duchesne High School, giving us a shout-out to the folks at the game watching. Brinkerhoff. The top to Sherwood. Jarman out on him and a man-to-man defense. Sherwood goes back to Brinkerhoff as they start to run the offense. Morales skips it left corner. Douglas fires inside. Sherwood, nope. Taylor Green is fouled by Calder. Slapping at the arm, and Cameron picks up, I believe, his 3rd personal foul. Rebel second team foul. Puts Taylor Green at the free throw line. Green is 2 for 2 in the ball game. Those are his only 2 points. 25-15. Rebel lead is 10. Neither team has been able to get much going offensively. This is the biggest lead of the ball game, and Green can't cut into it with the first free throw. Has another one coming. Our Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game so far. We're going to go with Nick Jarman's opening basket of the season to put the Rebels on top 2-0. It was early on in the first quarter. Green will get a second free throw. He's 2 for 3 from the stripe in the ball game. Hits the second one. Smooth shot, 25-16. Rebel lead is back to single digits, a 9-point Rich lead over Providence Hall. They're based in Harriman, in the southwest Salt Lake Valley. A lot of contact from Brinkerhoff. He doesn't believe or doesn't like the call as he hip-checked Jared Anderson to the floor. And Brinkerhoff picks up, I believe, his first team foul for the Patriots. Rebels lob it into Jarman. Triple team comes. He'll kick it into the right corner to Smith. Back up to Weston up top. Cook open for 3. Passes up on it. Drives up off the glass. No. Fight for the rebound. And Smith saves it, but on the baseline. Good hustle by Aaron, but couldn't quite get to it. Providence Hall will have it with a chance to cut into the lead. 25-16. Rebels on top. 6.5 left to go. Third quarter. Brought to you by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Visit epicrecreation.net or find us on Facebook. Free throw line. Green puts it on the floor, kicks it back out to Brinkerhoff, then to Sherwood. Makes a move, can't get past the D. Cook reaches in, strips the ball away, and heads up court. A station in Randolph steal. Defense gets back, so Cook will bounce it inside. He finds Porter Weston, who goes up with the left hand. A pretty play, maybe your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game, putting the Rebels back on top by double digits, 27-16 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Boston Douglas goes to the floor. I didn't see the contact, but a whistle is blown, and we'll have a foul. Let me mark this down as a potential play of the game. Cook to Weston, and Porter finishes with the left hand to avoid getting it blocked. Inbound, Smith tips it and then comes up with it. It's a 2-on-1. Aaron across the lane to Anderson, who's stripped and fouled. And Morales can't believe it. He thought it was clean. I thought I heard a slap. But I've been known to mishear and missee things. 5:45 left in the Epic Recreation fourth quarter. I'll give Aaron Smith credit for the station in Randolph steal. And Jared Anderson goes to the free throw line, where he's 3 of 4, 75% in the ball game. First Bear Lake Realty free throw for Anderson, nothing but net. Jarrett, 4 points in the game, all from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. If you're looking for real estate in the Bear Lake area, visit bearlakerealty.com. Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. Anderson's second free throw off left. Offensive board by Jarman. He's blocked, tries to get it back, but a whistle and a foul against the Rebels. Rich fighting for every rebound. Jarman I have with 9 boards in the game. And the foul charged to Anderson, his first personal. Calder has 3. Cook has 2. Nobody else with more than 1 for Rich, unless I've missed 1 or 2. Morales, left wing to Douglas. Anderson out on him. That's a good matchup for Rich. Anderson with the length and height advantage. Sherwood, nice move in the middle, but blocked by Jarman. And Smith comes up with the ball. Aaron goes up to the right side, hands off to Anderson for 3, who drains it. Jared Anderson. Patriots fans wanted to travel as Anderson used that second step to establish his pivot foot, plant, and shoot the 3. 31-16. That's a Pro Physical Therapy 3-point basket. Shot from the outside. Rebels and Jarman and Marcus Sherwood fighting for it, and it's off of Jarman. Good hustle by Sherwood to get to that ball. Rebels with Jarman's 14, will make it 16 points in the paint. Brought to you by Bear Lake Physical Therapy, helping Rebels get back in the game since 1998. Morales into Douglas, quick 3, and it's short. Jarman the rebound, up ahead to Cook. He's got Anderson across the lane. Jared, one dribble, hesitates, puts it up and in off the glass. 33-16. Rebels so good, this group, so good at running the fast break. Coach Pugmire needs a timeout as the Rebels have extended the lead out to 16. Nope. Do some math, Steiny. It's 33-16, a 17-point Rebel lead in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net.
Back in the Epic Recreation third quarter where the Rebels have extended their lead out. It was a 23-15 lead at the half. And Rich has extended that lead, a 10-1 run to start this third quarter. Just got a text from Lynn Weston, defense looking way tougher than last year, and I'd have to agree, at least from what we've seen so far. Now again, in defense of the Patriots, Tannen Peterson, who led the team in scoring last year, graduated. Parker Green, who is the third leading scorer on the team, is out with a dislocated shoulder. So 2 of last year's 4 top scorers are gone, but the same could be said for Rich. Their top 2 scorers are back, but no other real serious scoring contributors are back this year, and the defense has been excellent. This is a physical and high-scoring Patriots offense. 33-16, Rich on top. Morales across the timeline. Left side, Boston Douglas bounces free throw line. Brinkerhoff fakes the shot, spins around, puts it up, and can't get it to go. Good rebound inside by Jacob Johnson. He'll kick it out, get it back. Long 2 is short. Brinkerhoff, the offensive board, and his putback is in. Brinkerhoff with his first bucket of the game. And some hustle points on second chance rebounds. Anderson back up top to Cook. 4:14 left in the Epic Recreation third. Cook around the top of the arc, goes right corner. Smith lobs inside looking for Weston. He was bumped and could not even go up for the pass. Douglas takes it away easily. Lob inside, Jarman tips it. They were looking for Sherwood. Rebels come up with it. Cook pushing the tempo, gives to Anderson, who shoots, knifes to the basket, can't get the layup to go, and it's rebounded by Johnson, who can't hold on to it out of bounds. Rebel basketball underneath the hoop. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play. We'll have to make sure we get the Bear Lake Realty fan cam in here before the end of this game. Anderson to inbound from the baseline, looking for Smith up top. Can't find him. Now gives to Jarman underneath. It's tipped away from him. Anderson, headsy play, establishes himself inbounds, gets the ball, blocked on the shot to Smith, who goes into the lane, floats it up, misses. Clark fights for the rebound. It's tipped out to Smith, and Rich will reset to Anderson out on the left wing. On the right wing, rather. Rebels attacking left to right. Clark drives, kicks it back out to Anderson for 3, and Jared knocks it down. 36-18. Rebels extend the lead. And I know I missed an offensive rebound or 2 in that exchange. But Rich with another Pro Physical Therapy three-pointer. Brought to you by physical therapist Dr. Dallas Clark. Morales throws left corner. He was looking for Boston Douglas, who was headed that way but stopped to cut just as Morales made the pass, and it just whizzes right past everybody and out of bounds. Aaron inbounds to Trineri. Kaysen, Trineri along with Smith, Clark, Jarman, and Anderson. Jared Anderson has come alive in this third quarter, has 9 points in the quarter, 12 in the ball game. Anderson dribbling up top. He's got to get rid of it, finally does. Gives to Clark, who puts the shot up over the defense, misses. Jarman with the offensive board, 1 dribble, back up and in. Nick Jarman with 10 rebounds. Patriots inbound from the baseline. Morales bounces into Sherwood. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Top of the key, Woodward. Looking back door. Finds Douglas with a quick reverse. Can't quite get it. Anderson with the rebound. Jarrett up the left side to the wing. Drives, kicks it back out to Calder. Bounce inside to Clark. He'll turn, go the other way. Float it up and in on the foul. Kinnan Clark with a nice move. The up and up. Step through basket, and Clark with his first bucket of the game has a chance for another candidate for your Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. Clark at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Last year as a junior, limited varsity action, just 7 free throw attempts, but he made 5 of them, 71%. And to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, off target left side. Jarman had the rebound. It's dribbled and knocked away, then saved by Johnson. Rebels come up with it. Fire inside to Clark. He tips it back out to Anderson. Jared tries a spin move. Good D by Woodward. Kick it back out to Trineri for 3. Kaysen Trineri from outside. The 3 for Kaysen, and it's 41. Make it 43-18 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Trineri with his first points of the game. Douglas on the left wing. Morales around the top. Rich on top by 25. Free throw line, right elbow jumper by Sherwood. No good. Rebound. Calder had it. It's slapped away, but Anderson comes up with it. He'll dribble up the left side to Trineri, left corner. Clark pulls up for the long 2. No good. Tipped rebound for Calder. Clark comes up with it, and he's fouled on the shot attempt. Boy, this Rich team is a fun team to watch. 1:32 left in this third quarter. Let's give Calder credit for the rebound on that play. Clark, first free throw is short. Kinnan will have a second one. Another Bear Lake Realty free throw coming. Nick Jarman gets a breather. I've got him with 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks in the game. And Clark's second free throw, a little bit long. Huffner fighting for the rebound. A little push is called for the foul. Reagan Huffner getting his first action. Kinnan Clark 0 for 3 so far in the ball game at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, but boy, we'll take it as the Rebels are on top 43-18 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Morales to the top of the key. Anderson almost takes it away. He thought it was tipped after his deflection. He thought it was tipped by Douglas, but no. Morales will inbound. He had a little direction from Douglas. Morales bounces to Sherwood in the paint. Nice, pretty spin move by Sherwood, but his shot won't go. Rebound tipped out. Anderson comes up with the loose ball. Jared pushes up the middle, bounces to Trineri. Kaysen in among the tall trees, travels. We got Jared Anderson with, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Rebels getting some good contribution from everybody in this third quarter. 23 points in the first half. They've got 20 in the Epic Recreation third. Down inside, Sherwood without Jarman in there. Sherwood puts it in, and the foul. Do they count it? The officials say count the basket and the foul. And Marcus Sherwood, who's been shut down today by Nick Jarman, has just 2, make it 4 points with that basket. Heads to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. And will shoot 1. Chance for the 3-point play. 54 seconds left to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Invite you to stay tuned for our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. And our post-game show will include the Town of Laketown Rebel Sports update. Sherwood's free throw short. Calder steps in front of the defense and grabs the rebound. 43-20. Rebels on top by 23. Trineri crosses the timeline. Dribbles left, gives to Anderson, out on the left wing, guarded by Douglas. Jared gets by, goes up strong, misses. Clark goes up high and gets the rebound. It's stripped away by Morales, but Clark gets it back, tips it out to Calder. Anderson, that's Kinnan's 5th rebound of the game. Trineri at the top of the key, follows a screen by Huffner, then gives to Clark the top of the key. Calder fires back up top. Trineri lobs inside, looking for Huffner, but it's picked off by Sherwood. Rebel 4th turnover of the quarter, 10th of the ball game. Morales across the timeline with 12, 11, 10 at the top of the key. Dribbles right, bounces to Douglas, 8, 7. Trineri on him. Sherwood, right elbow, steps back on after one dribble, hits the shot with 3, 2. Calder inbounds. Trineri travels, throws a long shot up, way short, 23-22. Sherwood with 6 points, 4 in the third quarter, but the Rebels outscore the Patriots 20-7. In the Epic Recreation third quarter. Back after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Hi there. Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding you that perfect vehicle, but at Castle Rock, it's about a lot more. It's using our experience to get you the best rate. We will get you the vehicle that you've always wanted. It's about knowing your vehicle is in the right hands. Throughout the buying experience here at Castle Rock Chevrolet, we're here for you. If you're ready to buy a new truck, come to Castle Rock. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. Not sure what that'll be for certain just yet, but one option is certainly the Rebels' perimeter defense. Boston Douglas had 7 points in the first quarter. Since then, he has not scored. Rebels defense has been tight on him, and he's been unable to even take any real open looks. Rich on top, 43-22 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard with the start of the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Count on us to care. Pass inside for Woodward. He barely gets to it and saves it. Douglas, step back corner three, short, rebound, and Woodward hits Jarman hard. Fouls him. Woodward ends up on the floor, and the Rebels have the basketball. Woodward, I don't know if they actually called a foul on him. Oh, yeah, they did. That's his third. Rebel basketball, 43-22 is the Rebel lead of 21 points. Calder on the left wing. Pick and roll to Jarman. Ball knocked away and out of bounds off of Sherwood. Jarman went to set the pick and then just rolled without even having set the pick and was open, but just couldn't hold on to the pass. Calder with the Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play, lobs it out high for Smith. Aaron goes up and gets it, dribbles toward his left, and then hands off to Cook. Cook, Clark, Smith, Jarman, Calder on the floor. Cook dribbles right, Calder in the corner, inside to Clark, hesitates, then puts it up and in, and the foul. Kinnan Clark back to the free throw line. Another Bear Lake Realty free throw coming for Kinnan Clark. He's got 4 points in the game. 0 for 3 so far from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Looking to redeem himself here with a three-point play, and does. Hits the free throw. He's got 5. And it's 46-22. The Rebels have built a big lead of 24 points over the 3A Patriots of Providence Hall. Douglas has switched to the point guard position, it would appear. Passes off to Morales on the right wing, looking for Woodward, not there. Sherwood up top, or excuse me, not Sherwood. Oh, yeah, that was Sherwood for 3. Misses, offensive board. Morales is fouled, and I believe he'll be shooting 2. 6:55 left to go, fourth quarter. And the Rebels on top big. Morales at the free throw line. Has 2 points in the game. Patriots just 4 of 6 from the line. Rebels 6 of 13. They get 7 of 14 after Clark hit that one a moment ago. Morales misses the front end and has one more coming. 6:55 left to go. The Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, count on us to care. Second free throw by Morales, also no good. Smith had the rebound. It's tipped away. Sherwood comes up with it. He'll lob to the other side. Douglas with a shot, high floater off the glass. That's missed. Jarman pulls down the rebound. Stripped away by Sherwood, but Jarman gets it back for his 12th rebound of the game. Rebels shoot from the right side. Miss it. Clark trying to save. Can't get there. The shot was just short. 46-22, the score remains. Rich outscored Providence Hall 20-7 in the third quarter to push this lead out. It was just 8 points to start the third, and they pushed that lead out to a big 21-point lead. Douglas to Sherwood, left wing, shoots the 3, and no, just short. Rebound, Calder pulls it down. I got Cameron with 5 rebounds in the game. Cook slowly attacks left to right. Rebels with a big lead. Brinkerhoff guarding. Bounces left wing to Smith. Aaron dribbles to his left, follows the screen all the way to the hoop, puts it up, misses, but he's fouled. May have been fouled on the floor. Woodward with a hard foul. Ended up on the floor. I think he may have been thinking he could draw the charge, but no. That's Woodward's 4th personal. Providence Hall's 6th team foul. And Aaron Smith is shooting 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. Smith last year led the Rebels with 85% free throw shooting. Now, technically, Huffner was 2 for 2, but I'm saying anybody that shot at least maybe 10 free throws, Smith was the best at 85%. He hits the first, and it must have been a 1-and-1 because everybody was hustling for the rebound. And Smith will shoot a second. Can't get the second Bear Lake Realty free throw to go, but Weston fights for and pulls down the rebound. Rich back outside to Cook, 47-22 in the offensive board, Porter Weston. Cook gives to Calder, the pass off target. Brinkerhoff comes up with it. It squirts away from him. Cook dives on it and then calls a quick timeout. 47-22, Rebels on top, 5:48 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. We'll be back right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Providence Hall scored 81 on the Rebels a year ago. They've got 22 points and 5:48 left to go in the ball game. This Rebel defense has been excellent this evening here at Duchesne. Calder inbounds to Cook. Jordan dribbles to his left. Brinkerhoff hard out on him, gives to Weston. Porter looking to go inside. He finds Jarman, who just elevates and puts the shot in. Nick Jarman, I've got it with 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks in the game. Puts the Rebels on top 49-22. Top of the key, Green, right wing Brinkerhoff, fires inside. Sherwood wide open. Great screen underneath, and Sherwood delivers. 49-24. Marcus Sherwood has worked his way up to 8 points in the ball game. Just over 5 minutes to go. Calder down in the left corner, follows a screen by Porter Weston, pick and roll. Weston comes up with it and travels. Boy, he was bumped. That's what caused the travel, but that's not how the officials saw it. And Weston called for the travel. So Rich will give it away for what I've got as the 11th turnover of the ball game. I understand it was a team goal to keep it under 15. And boy, I'm glad that's a focus for the team this year. Last year, turnovers at times were a huge issue. And if they can keep that number at 15 or below this season, they'll be in great shape and have a chance to probably win in almost probably every game they play. Brinkerhoff down in the left corner, up top, Sherwood directing some traffic from the left wing. Picks up the dribble, fires inside for Green. Calder comes in trying on the help defense, and he fouls Green. Calder will pick up his 4th, and that sends Green to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Taylor Green, 3 of 4 from the stripe in this ball game. Don't miss our Rebel action tomorrow. Rich will take on 3A Grand County, the Red Devils out of Moab. And our pregame starts at 1:30 here on the Wildlife with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com. Green's first is good, and that earns him a 2nd free throw. Patriots, 5 of 9, make it 6 of 10 as Taylor Green hits them both. 49-26. Patriots with 4 points in the quarter, but Rebels with 5. Anderson dribbles behind the back to his right. Double team comes. He'll go back out and give off to Smith. Aaron dribbles right, bounces high post to Weston. Back outside, Smith fakes the shot, puts the ball on the floor, passes across the lane to Clark, who hesitates, then fades away and misses. Sherwood with the rebound. Marcus will take it himself. Well, he's got some good handles for a big man. Goes all the way to the hoop, scoops the pass to Taylor Green, who can't get the shot to go, and Calder has the rebound. Cameron pushes up the right side. Great pass by Sherwood. That was impressive. And a foul outside. Brinkerhoff, I believe, will be called for the foul. That'll be Preston's 2nd personal. 8th team foul puts Cameron Calder at the line to shoot 1 and 1. Cameron Calder last year in varsity action, 7 of 12 on the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, but he hits the first on this trip. Cameron has not taken many shots. That may be his first shot attempt in the game, but he's been doing it other ways. So I've got him with 6 rebounds, several deflected passes, a steal or 2 at least. Reagan Huffner checks in. It's Huffner, Clark, Calder, Anderson, and Trineri on the floor. Calder's 2nd free throw also eases down through over the front of the rim. Calder has 2 points. The Rebels cross the 50-point barrier at 51-26. 4 minutes left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th quarter. Sherwood tries to pass inside. Clark deflects it. Calder comes up with the station in Randolph steal. Maybe we'll credit that to Calder, or to Clark rather. Clark inside travels. Took a little stutter step as he went to set his feet and attack the rim. The Rebels turn it over. 51-26, a 25-point Rebel lead. Rich was up by just 8 at the half and outscored the Patriots 20-7 in the third quarter. Nice pass inside by Boston Douglas. Great entry pass. Sherwood can't quite finish, but he's fouled and will go to the free throw line. And Sherwood, I'll tell you what, with Jarman in there, I don't think Sherwood has scored. With Jarman not in there, Sherwood's at 8 points. Nick Jarman's defense, fantastic tonight, the man-to-man matchup against Marcus Sherwood, who misses on the front end of the free throws. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 3:39 left to go as Jaden Nelson makes his first varsity appearance tonight. I believe that's his first varsity appearance. No, he played last year, I believe, against Utah School or against Utah Military Academy. Sherwood's second free throw also no good. Rebound pulled down by Alex Butler. The senior gives off to Sherwood, who goes across the lane, and Huffner tries to draw the charge. Can't do it. Huffner will pick up the foul. Coach Brown shouts to his team, box out. 51-26, the score remains as Marcus Sherwood takes 2 more free throws. He hits the first this time, and that's his first free throw made in 4 attempts. Rebels also check in Landon Hunting. Rebel JV team beat Providence Hall by 8, 48-40 earlier. The freshmen will play, I think they're scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Sherwood hits them both. Has 10 in the ball game. He's the leading scorer for the Patriots. 51-28, a 23-point Rebel lead. Trineri crosses the timeline. Douglas out on him. Kaysen dribbles right, gives to Anderson. He's bumped by Preston Brinkerhoff. The second bump, not as much of contact, but draws the whistle. So Brinkerhoff picks up a third personal, and Jared Anderson heads back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, where he's 4 for 6, 66%, and will shoot 1 and 1. I was thinking that was a 10th team foul, but it's a 9th, so not quite double bonus. Anderson can't get the first to go. It was halfway down before its roll pulled it back out. Douglas drives to the hoop, puts it up, and gets it to go. Nice move by Boston Douglas. That's his first field goal since he scored 7 points in the first quarter. Had not scored until that layup. Douglas reaches in on Trineri trying to take the ball away, and Kaysen read it well. Took the contact, drew the foul, and Kaysen will shoot 2. We're into the double bonus. Bear Lake Realty free throws coming. Rebels at just above 50% from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line after going just 1 of 5 in the third quarter. Trineri misses the front end. Kaysen last year in varsity action, 1 of 2 from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Misses the first, has 1 more coming. Spins it and shoots it good. Nothing but net for Kaysen, who has 4 points in the ball game. Hit a pro physical therapy 3-pointer earlier. Rich on top by 22, 52-30 with just under 3 to go. Brinkerhoff fakes the pass, drives to the free throw line, hop step, and then scoops it back outside to Morales. Left side, Sherwood gets toward the baseline, working against Jaden Nelson, goes up, sky hook, and Sherwood gets that to go. Good defense by Nelson underneath there, but Sherwood with a nice move. The lead is down to 20. Trineri, fancy behind the back dribble, then bounces to Anderson. Jared around the top of the arc, looking inside for Huffner, but also looking to just run some clock, and then he's bumped by Morales, goes to the floor. Patriots don't like the call, but boy, it could have been called 2 or 3 times prior to that whistle. So Anderson will go back to the line, and this time Jared will shoot 2 as we're into the double bonus. Ben Morales with his second personal. Anderson, 12 points in the ball game. Back of the iron, no good. Rebels struggling at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. That was an issue last night for the Rebel girls team in a 55-54 overtime loss against Bear Lake at home. Anderson's second free throw is good. He has 13 in the game, and the lead is back to 21, 53-32, with just over 2 minutes left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Morales fires inside. He finds Sherwood, and Nelson coming up recovering. He's trying to recover defensively and came in a little too hot. Bumped Sherwood from behind. That'll put Marcus on the free throw line to shoot 2. This clock stopped at 2:09 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Sherwood has been streaky from the line. Missed 3, made 2. Now he misses 1 and gets 1 more. Huffner, Nelson, Hunting, Trineri, and Anderson on the floor for Rich. Fight for the rebound. Anderson comes away with it. Jared with a very nice game. 6 rebounds, 12 points, 13 points. Anderson crosses the timeline, dribbles to his left. Double team comes. He'll hand off to Hunting. Landon double teamed and hands off to Anderson, who tries to pass back outside. He had Huffner wide open underneath, but wanted to run some more clock. Gives it away. Morales all the way to the hoop. Strong move by Ben Morales, and he finishes with the basket. I've got 13 turnovers for Rich. Hunting gives to Trineri. Kaysen crosses the timeline, picks up the dribble. He may be in some trouble, but no, gets it off to Nelson. 53-34. Rebels with the lead. Anderson out on the right wing. Left to right corner to Huffner. Rebels looking to go to 1-0 for the first time in a couple of years. They lost to Providence Hall in the first game of the season last year. Hunting has the ball stripped away by Morales. He wanted a foul. Sherwood goes the other way and just misses. Gets his own rebound. Then he's blocked by Anderson and a very late whistle. That's the Rebel 14th turnover. A late whistle will put Sherwood on the line. Jared Anderson with his second personal foul. Coach Brown saying, guys, we got to have better spacing there and make that pass, not just hold it at the top of the center circle. 1:06 left to go. Sherwood with 2 free throws, and the first pops out. No good. I mentioned the Rebels struggles from the free throw line. The Patriots, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Just 4 of 11, make it 5 of 12 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. 53-35, Hunting gets by the D, picks up the dribble, skips it back to Trineri with under a minute to go. Kaysen, triple team, lobs it back for Hunting. Landon, a lot of pressure, and he does a good job just to keep that ball away, and then Morales fouls him. So Ben Morales will pick up his, I believe, 3rd personal foul, sending Landon Hunting to the free throw line with 53.3 seconds left to go. I think this will be Landon's first free throw attempts in varsity action. And Hunting says, varsity, no big deal. It's still the same distance. Knocks it down. One more Bear Lake Realty free throw coming. Let's take this quick opportunity and bring you the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Rebel fans across the way, the Westons, and many more Rebel fans over there. Made the trip down to Duchesne for the weekend. Or if you're looking for real estate in the Bear Lake area, visit bearlakerealty.com. Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. Hunting hits them both, 55-35, lead back to 20. Under a minute to go. Morales, nice give and go, or nice pick and roll. And Alex Butler with the finish. Morales, nice pass. 55-37. Trineri crosses the timeline, dribbles left, bounces inside. Stacy, shot no good over the top of the hoop from the baseline. Rebound to the Patriots. They go to Morales, under 30 seconds to go. Bounce pass down on the baseline, kick it back into the middle. Turnaround jumper short by Butler. Offensive rebound. Butler, pretty no-look pass as he was on the floor, and then a pass up top. Anderson picks it off. A stationing Randolph steal should come send this one to the final whistle. 6-5. Anderson holds for 3. 55-37. The Rebels with a win over the 3A Providence Hall Patriots. Rich starts off the season 1-0. A much different game than we had last year when Providence Hall outraced the Rebels 81-70. Rich this year gets the win 55-37. The Rebels led by as much as 24 points and earn the victory. Stay tuned. We'll have your Freaky Fast recap brought to you by Jimmy John's coming up on the Saby Trucking post-game show when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cache Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
One of the greatest things about living in Randolph, Utah is the friendly folks that live and operate business there. This is especially true at J-Bar Auto on Main Street in Randolph. Serving customers for years, J-Bar Auto provides high-quality service at a fair price, including vehicles large and small, tractors, and other types of equipment. J-Bar Auto also sells quality tires.
We appreciate all of our customers. Call us anytime. We're happy to help.
J-Bar Auto, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah. Stop in today.
Bear Lake's best information spot is Pugstone Sporting Goods, located at the four-way stop in Garden City. Find out where the fish are biting, where the best scenic trails are, winter or summer, plus all the other information you need to have the best time ever at Bear Lake. You'll also find hunting and fishing supplies, boat equipment, life vests, clothing, beach toys, sunscreen, souvenirs, and more. Pugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City, Utah. At beautiful Bear Lake. Stop in today.
Welcome to the Sabey Trucking post-game show. The Rebels with a nice win tonight over the Providence Hall defense. Nick shut that number 20 down. He didn't score at all. He had 14 other. Kept 20 points, 12 boards, 3 blocks. Nick Jarman, that's Cab Jarman, Nick's dad. I just come over to talk with me. Apologies on that as we start our Sabey Trucking post-game show. The Rebels with a solid victory over the Providence Hall Patriots tonight. And as I scramble a little bit to finish things up and get into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fest recap. That's Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. The Rebels open up the 2017-18 season against the 3A Providence Hall Patriots, a team that had scored 81 on the Rebels a year ago. It would be a different, very different ball game on Friday night at Duchesne. Rebels jumped out to a 4-0 lead and led by just 3 at the end of 1. More of a defensive battle in the first half. Rich was up by just 8 going into the locker room at the half. In the third quarter, though, Rich came alive. A bunch of three-pointers, a couple by Jared Anderson. Aaron Smith knocked down a couple. Nick Jarman had 4 points and a couple blocks in the third quarter. Finished with 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks in the game. Rebels outscored the Patriots 20-7 in the third quarter to open up a 21-point lead, and Rich went on to win 55-37 over the 3A Patriots of Providence Hall. I mentioned Jarman's 20 points, 12 rebounds. Jared Anderson, 13 points, 6 boards. And Aaron Smith pitched in with 7 as the Rebels held the 3A Patriots to just 37 points in the win. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. You're tuned in to the Sabey Trucking postgame show, and coming up after the break, we'll have your Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game, plus the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play and shot of the game. That's right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When you need to hire a semi, Sabey Trucking in Woodruff, Utah is the place to call. Scott and Diana Sabey have been serving customers across the nation since 2007. It's important to know that your loads are being handled professionally by honest, reliable drivers. The team at Sabey Trucking reminds you, safety first. Don't text and drive. For all your long haul and short haul needs, get it there safely and on time. Call today, Sabey Trucking, 435-503-0454.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Impressed by the Rebel offense, very impressed by the Rebel defense, holding the 3A Providence Hall Patriots to just 37 points in the ball game. Providence Hall had 15 points in the first 2 quarters combined. And Rich wins 55-37 over Providence Hall in the season opener. Rich at 1-0. The JV 148-40. Freshman slated to tip off in 1 minute. Let's give you some final stats and info on the Sabey Trucking postgame show. Time for the Town of Laketown Rebel Sports update in just a bit. Also the Lazy S Ranching look ahead, but first, the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game. And we had Anderson knock down a couple of pro physical therapy three-pointers. Aaron Smith knocked down a couple as well, and Kason Trineri had one too. We had a bunch of points in the paint brought to you by Bear Lake Physical Therapy. But the shot of the game that did come in the paint, we're going to give it to Nick Jarman, the opening basket of the game. Rebels, it took a little bit to get the scoring started. It was about 2 or 3 minutes in before either team scored. Rich scored first. Jarman with a right-handed hook shot to make it 2-0, and Rich led from then on. They never looked back. The closest Providence Hall would get was 6-5 midway through the first quarter, but Rich led from start to finish in this one, and the Rolene Kennedy shot of the game was Jarman's opening right-handed hook shot. Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. That's going to go to the pass from Cook to Weston. Early third quarter, Rebels were up by 10, 25-15. Cook brought it up court. He was pushing the tempo a bit and bounced it down inside to Weston, who sliced past the defense, went up with the left hand to keep it from being blocked. Weston finished, I believe that was his only bucket of the game in the second quarter. Weston with a good game, a couple of points, a handful of rebounds, and the play of the game brought to you by Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. That was with 6:52 left in the third quarter. Part of a big-time Rebel run in which Rich outscored Providence Hall 20-7. So, how they defended Marcus Sherwood. Sherwood did not score when Nick Jarman was guarding him, and that's not he scored. He finished with 13 in the game, and I'm not pointing this out to pick on anybody else, just to mention how good Jarman was defensively tonight. Sherwood did not score against Jarman in the ball game. So those are a couple great adjustments by the Rebel defense. Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. We may be small, but we've got it all. Now, Rich will take on Grand tomorrow night in the or tomorrow afternoon, rather. Our pregame will start at 1:30 right here on KADQ and mylocalradio.com. We're going to take a quick break. We've got more of the Sabey Trucking postgame show coming up. The Town of Laketown Rebel Sports Update. We'll talk with Rick Larson, Rich Rebel wrestling coach. That's coming up just after this on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When you need to hire a semi.
There's real power in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and having real, successful accomplishments. The mayor and town council from the Town of Laketown recognize the enthusiasm of the parents, teachers, fans, and students of Rich High School. Whether it's your education, athletics, academics, or even your daily chores, enthusiasm can make all the difference. Founded in 1997, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614. Welcome back to the post-game show brought to you by Sabey Trucking. Scott and Diana Sabey, an encouraging and exciting game for the Rebels. Not so much encouraging or exciting for the Providence Hall Patriots, but Rich with a 55-37 win over the 3A Patriots. Let's talk some wrestling on the Rebel Sports Update brought to you by the Town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from Mayor Sim Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. Ryan Steineckert with Rick Larson, head wrestling coach at Rich High School. Rick, thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Ryan. It's good to be with you.
Wrestling season back in full swing. You started practice a couple of weeks ago. Your first tournament, right, is this Saturday at Grace. Tell me about the guys you got coming back from last year's squad.
We've got about 2/3 of our kids, that are back with experience. We've got a pretty good freshman bunch in as well. So 18 total wrestlers at this point, and so far, 2.5 weeks practice is underneath us. They all passed their hydration and weigh-in, so they're all ready to go. And, we had 2.5 weeks of real good practices, so they're getting in shape. Wrestling shape takes a while to, to get to, but work ethic has been great in the practice room.
Looking at that list of guys you've got there, there's a few new names on there. You're also, it looks like, pretty stacked or pretty heavy on those lighter weights. A lot of guys down in those lighter weights and multiple guys at multiple weights.
Yeah, of those 18 wrestlers, over half of them probably weigh 125 or less. So, we can take 2 guys at each weight, and JV varsity, they're not even distinguished that at state. So that will help out, but I do need to spread some guys out. Probably need to put some weight on a few guys this year to fill out the middle weights is where we're going to be a little light, I'm afraid.
What do you know about the Grace Tournament you'll be at this Saturday?
So the Grace Tournament's a dual meet tournament. The Southeast Idaho schools that we do a lot with, the Grace, Soda, Marsh Valley. There's a team out of Madison comes down from up north, and they're a big school. They're the toughest competition. But it's a dual meet format, which is nice right off the bat because the kids get to stay together, encourage each other, and help each other out. So it's a fun tournament to begin with.
Reclassification didn't make much of a difference for football, maybe not a difference at all. There was little changes for volleyball and cross country, but you'll see a bigger difference in wrestling with that reclassification. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it made a huge difference in wrestling where it took 2 of the top 2 teams in 1A, Duchesne and Altamont, and moved them to the 2A ranks. So realistically, with those 2 teams gone, yeah, we have a lot better chance of placing a lot more kids, and it really opens it up to, any school to kind of take that state championship. In the past, it's been won by Duchesne and Altamont. Monticello would be the favorite. They're the other, large school that was right on the bubble, and they got bumped down to 1A, so they would be the favorite at this time. But there's still real good competition in 1A. You still got Panguitch and Wayne, and so it'll still be a very competitive 1A region and state. But with Altamont and Duchesne out of the rounds, yeah, we should place a lot more kids this year at state. We have some contenders, kids who are looking really strong. Wyatt Weston, he'll be ranked first at 195. He should get an invite to the All-Star, duels for the state. He's probably the strongest coming back. We've got other seniors. Daniel Gifford is looking really strong, probably at the 132. Trey Sidaway's then down to, healthy 160, and he's looking strong as well. So I expect them to kind of lead out and perform well for us. But we've got some young kids. Colton Hislop is a well-built athlete at probably 170, 160 in there. He'll probably go 170, but he's ranked as well at state, and we have several others, I think, that will come through. And we should place 5 or 6 kids at state this year.
Rick, anything else we should touch on?
No, proud of how hard they're working. They're dedicated, and I think we'll make lots of improvement throughout the season, and I think we'll see these freshmen really come alive towards the end as well. So we're excited to have them. Coach Cooper Corney is helping me again. He's a great asset in the room, just a great athlete, and relates so well with the kids. We've also got Oliver Peart coming in the room helping out. He's a returning state champion from years ago. And Rudy Barker slips in and helps us as well. So it's fun in the room. I've got a lot of expertise to rely on and guys, coaches to help these young kids out.
Rick Larson, wrestling coach at Rich High School. Thanks for your time. Good luck this weekend at Grace.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it.
When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Maggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the fourth president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
Welcome back to the post-game show, brought to you by Saby Trucking. Our Rebel Sports Update was presented by the town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels. From the mayor and town council members, Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. It's time here on the post-game show for the Lazy-S Ranching Look Ahead. Lazy-S Ranching encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Maybe getting a little bit loud in here at Duchesne High School.
With Rick Larkin.
At Duchesne High School as Duchesne announces their starting lineups. And they prepare to take on the Grand Red Devils. Rebels with a 55-37 win over 3A Providence Hall. And as good as Rich looked on offense, which was pretty good, 15 turnovers and 55 points against a 3A team, I was more impressed and excited about the way the Rebels played defensively. 37 points in the game, and you got to think that 7 or 8 of those in the fourth quarter would not have come had it been a close game and Rich needed to shut Providence Hall down. Marcus Sherwood had 13 points in the game, and all of those came with Nick Jarman not on the floor. Let's look ahead. Lazy-S Ranching Look Ahead. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Look ahead to tomorrow. Rebels get back in action here at the Duchesne Classic, the Eagle Classic, against Grand County, which faces Duchesne here in just a moment. Our pregame starts at 1:30 tomorrow. Also tonight, Rebel freshmen are in action against Providence Hall. And Rebel JV team plays tomorrow at 5, the freshmen at 3:30. Girls basketball is in action tomorrow at West Side. Freshmen at 1, JV at 2:30, varsity at 4. Rebels are at the Grace Tournament all day, the wrestling team. And the Royal Wrestlers are at Star Valley beginning tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Also tomorrow, Rich Middle School Royals girls basketball are at Jackson, beginning with games beginning at 1 p.m. That look ahead is brought to you by Lazy-S Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. That wraps up our Rebel postgame show, presented by Saby Trucking. Scott and Diana Saby wishing the Rebels good luck. Again, Rich with a victory over the Providence Hall Patriots. A three-pointer by the Duchesne Eagles, and they lead 3-0 over Grand. A 55-37 win for the Rebels on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Join us tomorrow when Rich takes on Grand. Our pregame starts at 1:30 right here on KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. For tonight's videographers, Drew Moldenauer and Logan Johnson, and my producer, AJ Lamb, back in the studio. I'm Ryan Steineckert. Until tomorrow, we'll talk with you again soon. Thanks for tuning in.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live video online at MyLocalRadio.com. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, and by MyLocalRadio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jay Kibbard, and production assistants, Kate Bullender and AJ Lamb. Big thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit MyLocalRadio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at MyLocalRadio.com. Until the next time Rich High takes the court, go Rebels!